Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived in the U.S. this morning for another high-stakes meeting with President Trump at the White House.
The two are working toward a ceasefire deal in Gaza, but as Fox's Doug Luzeta reports from Washington, there are big hurdles ahead.
Well, the two leaders have certainly found common cause on Iran, but a deal in Gaza remains elusive, even as President Trump says a ceasefire may be right around the corner. The 4th of July flyover at the White House is just one indicator of what President Trump will want to talk about today. And look for him to tout the U.S. bombing mission in Iran when he sits down once again with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House.
We're going to have a meeting on Iran, obviously, and, the success. It was a great success.
Netanyahu called it a tremendous victory over a shared enemy as he departed Israel yesterday. That war between Israel and Iran wrapped up in just 12 days. But the bigger issue now may be Gaza, an intense conflict that is approaching the 2-year mark.
I think we're close to a deal on Gaza. We could have it this week.
The president is pushing for a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas that includes the return of Israeli hostages. Hamas appears to be open to it, but there are unresolved questions, including whether it would track to a permanent end to the war. The Democrats say the president is not the deal maker he thinks he is.
He is not bringing peace to Ukraine and Russia. He's not bringing peace to the Middle East, for that matter, despite everything they talk about. Their wars continue. The war in Gaza continues.
And much may hinge on what these two leaders can hash out at the White House today. And Netanyahu will also try to shore up support here on Capitol Hill, meeting, he says, with congressional leaders from both parties. In Washington, Doug Luzeta, Fox News.
Well, the deadline is approaching for countries to reach trade deals with the U.S. before a pause on tariffs ends. The Trump administration plans to start sending letters today warning that higher tariffs could kick in August 1st. This week, European finance ministers will be gathering for their regular meetings in Brussels. Economic experts say a full trade deal would be impossible to reach before the deadline, but members of the EU are hoping for what's called an agreement in principle. Joanne?